Okay, live. So we missed this opportunity here, but we had this fair value gap get invalidated and CISD'd here on M5, and ultimately took out these lows here, or at least is going to. We at least wicked. So had we had our take profit at these lows, we would have gotten full TP there. Today in the trading day, I'm just trading 5 eval accounts, mainly focusing on minimizing my trades and also just waiting for clean setups and sizing down on my risks. I think I've been a little bit too heavy on my entries. So I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling, and then as we get closer to 7, I'll start marking out the chart and going over what I'm looking at. So this is after yesterday taking my first payout of $450. So I completely reinvested that into the trading journey, I guess. But I guess I'm looking at the chart. I was looking at it earlier. Overall, very bullish. If you're looking at the weekly and the daily, super bullish. As you can see, we invalidated this H1 fair value gap here and then began pushing to the upside. So we had that on H1, H4. I mean, if you're looking at the overall trend of H4, we're beginning to push to the upside, looking very, very bullish. Even on the daily and the weekly, from what I was looking at. So on the daily, we're forming, got it's not a fair value gap, but 3 consecutive days pushing upward, pretty strong. We've got this fair value gap here, and actually displace these highs here in the weekly. Yeah, you know, we got the CISD confirmation here on the weekly and gonna push up. So ultimately what I'm looking for, at least on the shorter time frame, let's see, let's mark out these key levels because it looks like we might be getting a sweep at that previous hour. So if we sweep that out, we might be able to catch a reversal. But I've also changed my account settings to minimize my risk. I'll take a look into that quick. So I've got a personal daily loss limit of 500. I've got a max amount of trades at 3, and my max contracts for MGC is going to be 3, because I've had it to where I go into just too much sometimes, and so to really dial in the strategy, I want to keep it light. Okay, let's see what's the chart looking like here. If we zoom in, okay, so we look like we're going to sweep these lows. We'll see what we get as a reaction on this here once we actually do sweep. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, that would have been an absolutely insane trade. Yeah, that would have been pretty wild. 47.13. So see what the M15 is looking like. Oh yeah, M15 looks absolutely beautiful. Inverted this and swept this area of liquidity at the H1, and then immediately rejected, forming a fair value gap to the downside, inverting this fair value gap, and then it looks like in 1 minute we're gonna confirm the CISD by a large margin. The only thing is we're gonna tap into that H1 low, so it'll be interesting to see how we react once we actually tap into that. As far as H4 though, if we were going into that, we'd still have a decent bit of juice until we hit the bottom of that, but we'll see if we are able to tap into those H1 lows. If so, maybe we could try something to the downside, trying to get into those H4 lows, but it's really hard to say. We need to fully displace those H1 lows and see if we can actually get a displacement confirmation, or if it's just wicking through the area. CM30. Actually, I mean, even there, you got that fair value gap inversion, and to the downside, we might be able to tap into something like maybe we'll retest this fair value gap and get the opportunity to take something a little bit different. I don't know, with that much momentum, I think I'd want to go on M5 for a little bit more clarity, because yeah, we're pushing out pretty heavily, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Who's watching this right now? Is it Ben? Are you really? Are you really? Oh, it might be Ben. I think, is it Ben? Ben, are you... No, I can't. Are you watching? It might be Ben. Ben is the homie. Shout out to Ben. He's in California. Oh, it is Ben. I knew it was Ben. I knew it was Ben. Man, Ben, if only I could add you on here, dude. So we could talk. Yeah, this is the new thing I've been doing, Ben. I've been flipping trailers, and I've been trying to learn how to trade. No, you're not. Ben, did you ever get a Corvette? Because I know you were talking about it last time. Like before I left. So, Ben, what happened? I made those videos, and then I was gonna make another video recently. Me and day trader. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. But no, but like, so I made those videos, and at that point I was in Des Moines, Iowa, and then in November, I joined the military, so I was gone for like 5 months, and then I got back in April, and then started working again, and yeah, now I'm trying to trade, man. But yeah, you better have gotten a Corvette, dude. You got that big money out in California. Okay, let's see. So, So yeah, if I would have taken an entry on M1 up here, I would have, you know, pretty much been invalidated had I taken something off this, like this fair value gap here. But we'll see what happens if we're able to displace these H1 lows before the hour is over. If we can, because actually M5 is about to close as well. So if we could get if we could get some strong displacement, I might consider trying to target those H4 lows. But we'll kind of see. It doesn't look like we're going to get that displacement to the downside. So the thing we could be looking for is a sweep on that liquidity, which I think we got. Yeah, I think we swept it out. So now with this fair value gap forming here, let me see. This fair value gap that we've formed here, if we could get an inversion of that and begin pushing up, which it doesn't look like it. Looks like we might actually, oh yeah, we might actually break below. If we break below and we hold below, that'll be tough. That will be tough because we're about to swap to the next hour. But how are we looking on H4? Yeah, because we got a decent way till we get to the bottom of previous H4. We'd be looking all the way down here at 47.01. But it'll be really interesting to see if we can actually displace those H1 lows. If we can, otherwise, if we do start to get that reversal, yeah, we'd be looking to target H1 highs again. But also, it's difficult because we're at the end of an hour, so we'll have to see. First to know on the Corvette, but I get credit for going to a Corvette. Yeah, dude, of course you get credit for the Corvette car show. And I bet the car shows over there are way better. I was in Milwaukee, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I went to a Cars and Coffee at a Honda dealership, and it was awful. It was like there were hardly any cars, and the dealership barely made any room for parking. And at least for me, I didn't think any of the cars were super cool. But I did not tell you. Well, obviously I haven't been super active like making videos or anything, but I got a truck, man. I got a big 7.3 diesel truck now. Okay, so this might actually go well. If we can get this CISD, I might take an entry, putting our stop at the swing low. But it really depends on how it goes, because we wouldn't necessarily have a fair value gap to the upside unless we were to get, this candle close here and then another one following that. But if we get that candle close even on this one and we get that CISD confirmation with this fair value gap, then I'd be looking to take a little something to the upside, but we'll see, because it doesn't look like we had the juice to stay above, so we might actually just be pushing lower. But let me up this to 2, because that's the max size I really want to take right now. Eagle River? Let me look. Where's the Eagle River? I wonder if I'm nearby, because right now I'm in Winona, which is right by, where is it? Okay, we might be pushing up now. We might have swept that. Okay, we might be getting, so I'm up by lacrosse right now, kind of. Well, let me look where Eagle River is. Oh, dang. Eagle River's far. Oh, okay. So super, super far north. Yeah. You're almost up there they're almost up there in Canada. I was almost in Canada. I was in Duluth, Minnesota before I came over this way. Kind of like when those fires in Canada were pretty bad. You guys had some pretty good fires in California too, didn't you? I know Oregon was on fire pretty good. Um, but I want to say I heard California was also kind of dealing with some of that stuff as well, if I remember correctly. So we may be displacing these lows. We'll see. Okay, yeah, we it looks like we did. So I don't know if I really. Oof. Do I want to target those? Because it's kind of a tough call right now. Because well, yeah, kind of a tough call because, like I said, that we're about to swap to a new hourly candle. But I mean, then again, we still got a decent bit of juice on this previous H4, so we may get a decent push lower. But we'll see. I mean, we displaced on. Oh shoot! If we get that fair value gap through the range, oh wait, no, actually we can't. We don't have one. But let's see. How are we looking on M2? Not really great. M3, Sam, not great. M15 though, absolutely printing to the downside. Absolutely printing. Which is hard, difficult to say right now. Because we've got so much momentum to the downside, which, okay, maybe we might continue to push. But with just how I've been trading, I just want to get something a little bit clearer if I can. Especially with this hour about to close. If we get that CISD, maybe I'll try something to the downside. Because that was a pretty big push up. But if we can get this CISD here, maybe I'll try something. Maybe I'll try something from like here. But I'd want to see us get that close below there or at that level. Because we might push back up. Let's see if we kind of change these. Because the hourly is about to swap anyways. So we'll see if maybe I can get something. Okay, if I move to the next hour, let's see, what do we have? Oof. Oof. Yeah, this, okay. I'm pushing down below. Make money on Costco stock? You got 100K in Costco stock, dude? That's insane. That's insane. But I feel like I haven't looked into it, so I could be completely wrong. But I feel like it's one of those just really solid bets. Not even bets, because obviously you're not trying to look at it like a gamble, but I mean, it's just one of those companies that's just so solid. And I don't know, I think that even them keeping like their concession stand food priced the same as it's always been, I think that just says a lot about the company, and I think that's super cool. But I don't know, could be completely wrong. But okay, so we got that CISD confirmation. It looks like I might try a little bit something targeting those H4 lows. because it looks like we're still going to continue to print down. But we'll
Order
see here.
filled.
I'll put it, I don't know. I guess let me see. Let me see if I can get a TP. Cause I don't want to risk too much here, but yeesh, cause that hour's about to swap. Let me see. I guess no, that's not the right call, cause we didn't even displace them. I don't love that. But we might get a bit of a retest. I don't know, we'll see. If so, we'd be targeting something kind of, oh yeah, we might have taken something a little bit too early. Cause yeah, I mean on H4 we'd be targeting way down here yet, but we might be getting a bit of a reversal. We'll see once we get to, okay, yeah, we got the 7 o'clock. Oh, yeah, I'd say probably gonna push up now.
Order filled.
Yeah. But we'll wait and see, because I really want to get that confirmation. I don't want to just take a trade so willy-nilly, if I can help it. Because, I mean, we'd be targeting those H1 lows or H1 highs again, but I really want to see us respect this H1 low now. And, you know, if we can get some I just didn't love my entry, so I mean, yeah, I shouldn't. Maybe I could have let it play out, but I didn't love it. I didn't really want to get left behind on a move. Went up 10K each quarter during COVID, hoarding toilet paper. Yeah, isn't that insane? What a crazy time. What a crazy time. Especially in California, though. Because where I live, like, we wore masks and whatnot, but we didn't have, like, stay-home mandates, and gyms didn't close, and I mean, we dealt with COVID, but we dealt with a different COVID than what you guys had in California. Okay, so we've now officially swept out those lows. What I'd want, I mean, let me see. We'll see we'll stick to the higher time frame, because I mean we don't really have a fair value gap there. Well, actually, I mean we do, but in order to displace it or to get an inverted, because I mean we completely printed down the entire hour, pretty much. Yeah, literally, we just went down for an entire hour. And honestly, I mean it might end up being the same, which is just crazy, but that's just how good that previous entry would have been. But who knows? We might get something here. Let's see what we can muster up. Because I mean, even if I were to enter in right here and try and take something kind of like this, and try and take something kind of like no, I put them at yeah, I'd be targeting something kind of like that. But we'd have to wait and see what we're gonna do. Home of Menards? Yeah, dude. What do you know about Menards? That's crazy. Cause I don't know where Menards operates, but that's definitely like I have them in South Dakota where I live, but then obviously they're in I've seen them in Duluth. Um, I don't know that they're in. I'm sure they're in Iowa, but I don't know. But one thing I will say though, have you ever been to a Quick Trip gas station? Those are like those are my favorite gas stations, dude. Like by far. By far my favorite gas stations. Oh man, we might actually just end up. We might honestly, if we displace these on M5, I might just try and take something all the way back down to H4 lows, honestly, because with just how bearish we're looking right now, I might just try and take something if we can get the displacement. Because I mean, from from 7427 to I guess 716. I mean that's just one big fair value gap. So it'd be quite the invalidation to get something at that. But I guess what I can do is switch to H4 and see if I can mark out my targets. Because I might just, yeah, okay, I'm going to take something here.
Order
and
filled.
Just target H4 lows. So that'd be somewhere down here. Slim it by 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to target those. I mean, we've got that M5 displacement of those lows. I'm thinking we're going to continue just to push lower. I mean, even though we might go green and M1, whatever, what I'm targeting is all the way down. I'm making 162, which is fine because I just really want to. Well, you know what? Honestly, I should actually just do max size. I should just get 3. I should just buy 3. And then just... Oh. Shoot, that entry's terrible.
Order filled.
Okay, we got 3. And then I'll put my stops at... I really don't want to invalidate. I want to keep those as low as I can. So... I want to hold below that H1 low, which not great. Okay, 47.17, 47.17. So we'd be targeting. I'll put my stops here, but I really think we're gonna continue to push lower. I mean, we've got quite the. We'd have to do quite the invalidation for us to. I mean. We'd have to get quite the invalidation for us to hit those. But, I mean, even still, we're failing to displace above, even on M1. And so that's giving me a lot of confidence that we're going to continue to push lower and ultimately hit what we're looking for. Limit buy. Because, I mean, you see these wicks here. We're failing to displace above. I think we're going to continue lower and probably hit those H4 lows. A little bit of a continuation trade, I guess, if you'd call it that. But what I don't want to see would be a CISD through here. I want to see us keep failing to displace these H1 lows and continue pushing to the downside. So right now on that H1 candle, we've got about 5 seconds until we get that close, and again, another lack of displacement above, at least right now. Yeah, so we failed to displace above again for, that would be the 3rd time it looks like. So we'll see what we do here. Okay, so we're getting a push above, but how are we looking on? This will be very telling as well. If we can get this M15 to close below the range, below that H1 low, and at least to confirm, well, if we could get it below this H1 low and to confirm this invalidation of this fair value gap here, or, well, Yeah, because it would be here to here. Would be kind of what I want to see. But on M1, what do we got? Well, I guess we did displace. We got one close above, but then immediately rejected. So on M5, I'm almost certain that's looking like lack of displacement. Yeah. So, I mean, we're continually getting that lack of displacement. I just want to see how we get on this M5 close, because, I mean, we could be signaling a potential reversal up as we have swept out those lows, but I don't know, we've yet to see. So we'll have to wait for this close here. And we might honestly get it. Yeah, we might honestly get it on that. We might, because we're actually, oh, come on, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oof. I'm getting that swift rejection though, but we did displace them, I won't lie to you. But now we're immediately rejecting off of that. Like immediately, we just absolutely, completely rejected off those H1 lows. I think honestly, at least right now with what I'm seeing, I want to see us come and take out these H4 lows, honestly. I really do. I think 3 watchers. Gotta go. Check you later. Hey, see you, Ben. Quick trip. That's on Charlie Barron's YouTube channel. Yeah, dude. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. I have an AirPod in. So again, we rejected. We did displace these lows, but we are now, like, so we displaced here and then immediately rejected. I'm still thinking that we're going to be targeting those H4 lows. What will really be telling is what we do when we get to H15 on that H15 close, because I mean, we're kind of ranging here and we're not really getting anything great from one side to the other. But now we're starting to push up a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see if we were to get like a CISD here, you know, that maybe would kind of change my mind. But it's really going to depend on what we get for H15. I don't know. If you're watching right now, comment where you're watching from. Just curious. View live viewers. Oof. It's not a good sign. So, I guess while we're waiting here, I'll kind of explain the strategy. So I am pretty new to this strategy, but essentially what we're looking for is, oh, that's not looking great on M15. I want to displace those on M15. If I don't, then I don't know if I feel so great about this. Yeah, if we don't get that M5 displacement to the downside in 3 minutes, I might close out, and then I'd be pretty much just looking for one more trade. Cause wait, somebody left. Somebody left, man. No, it's okay. I don't care. Somebody left. Somebody left, man. Everybody left. There's only one person now. South Dakota? Oh, South Dakota in the house, dude. Dude. Ben. Ben was in here too. He's pretty cool. I think he watches all of them. Yeah. He's yeah. He's from California. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't know why he watches my stuff, but But yeah, he does. Oh, this just isn't great because honestly, the entry. Come on, give me that displacement on those M15s, please. Please, 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 please. Let's see, what are we looking like? Okay, again. Still. Yeah, push. I think if I was on YouTube, I could, but uh, no, because like the actual platform that I'm streaming on is called StreamYard. But see, this is the move we were kind of looking for. I wanted to get that continuation. We've, I mean, on M15, it looks like we should be able to displace, and if we do, because we've got, oh, come on, don't do that to me. Got about 10 seconds to get that displacement. So if we can get that displacement on M15, I think we're going to be good to push to those H4 lows, and then we'll be up. I just, honestly, I want to, okay, yeah, we displaced them. I think that's going to give us the green light to push down to those H4 lows. At least that's what I'm targeting. But we'll kind of see how it plays out from here. We'll kind of see how it plays out from here. Because that's really what I was kind of waiting to see, was how we play those, how we close that M15 candle. And then again, it looks like we're going to come up and retest. Well, I mean, who knows if we, on M1 we're pushing pretty heavily, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because what's M5 telling us? Well, we push pretty deeply into it, but what I want to see now is a swift rejection on a candle. Like from there, I just want to see us absolutely dump back down, but if we get something like, yeah, see, that's pretty much what I wanted to see to give me that confidence. Is if we can continue to just reject when we do hit those levels. Just kind of proves that, you know, the sellers are in control, despite what the buyers are trying to do, trying to get us to push higher. But we'll see if we can get that candle closed, and then I think, yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to see. Yeah, rotisserie chicken, pretty good, but quick trip rotisserie chicken? Actually, hang on. These bad boys right here you talking about? That's dinner, dude. That's dinner right there. PDL? Where's PDL? Oh, he thinks we're gonna be targeting PDL? That'd be wild. I mean, I'm just kind of looking for H4 lows, but okay, I know. Oh man, PDL. He thinks we're gonna hit PDL. That's crazy. Right now, we're kind of just chopping around. Come on, that's not what I want to see, really. I want to see a swift rejection from there. My idea has not been... M5. We got 2 minutes till this M5 close. We are starting to push above, but do we get that displacement? Because I mean, we've done this before, but again. We're starting to reject, it looks like. Let's see what we look like on M1. Yeah, getting a little bit of rejection. And we got 1 minute for M5 close. We'll see how we close at M5. So I want to get another close below H1. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Let's see how much time we have until M5 close. But he's targeting H. He's targeting previous daily low. That's pretty insane. Let's see, because we're up 37. Let's see. And let's see which H4 are looking like. So we're almost completely rejecting this H4 candle that we made. What I really want to see is at least us hit these H4 lows. That's really what I want to see. But, I mean, if he's trying to target PDL, that's like, whew, that's quite the move. 46. I mean, that's like 100 points, I guess, but I don't know. For me, I'm just looking for base hits, and I'm not really trying to hang out on the charts all night. So I got other stuff to do, but okay, we're looking pretty good. Like, go to the gym. Talk to my wife. Who's got the best girlfriend in the world? I do. Who bought all this stuff for you? She did. That video where it looks like the dude's being held hostage. Yeah, I showed it to you. You've seen it. I showed it to you. Who just bought you all this stuff? She did. You know what? Maybe I'll just trim one. And I'll leave one runner, see if we can tag those PDL. Or tag PDL, I guess. So we'll just take a trim of 2. Which even still at that, it looks like we'd be up over 150. So if we do hit this H4 low, I'm just gonna put my stops to entry and then ultimately targeting previous daily low. But as far as right now, yeah, we're going in the right direction. Which ultimately I think wasn't that my ultimate goal? What did I take earlier? Yeah, no, I took a short, but I took it from 47.10. I took a short from 47.10. So where's that at? In relation to where? Oh, okay, yeah. I basically took it at H1, which honestly, had I just left it up there, we would have just we'd have been perfectly fine. We would not have taken that $66 loss. We'd be up, probably, at least another, 30 bucks. So we'd be like 210 right now. But yeah, if we hit the H4 lows, I might just put my stops to entry and then just let that runner run. What's up? So, yeah, M5's looking pretty good. Hey, we got 2 viewers in here. Welcome. Yeah. So, I'll explain my strategy to this other person watching. So essentially what I'm looking for on my strategy, and I've only gotten one. Oh, they left. Never mind. Well, don't wanna don't wanna learn my strategy. It's like your strategy's shit, dude. No, this is gonna be a good day actually, because you know we're gonna. Oh yeah, yeah. We might do pretty well on this one. 4701. You know what? We'll remove this. Cause we got like one more point that we need to hit. Two. No, sorry. Two more. Oh wait. 241. That'd be our. So we take two, and just let that runner run. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't see us really stopping here. But do I want to be greedy? Not really. Maybe I'll just trim one though. Limit by one. That way I can secure some profit.
Order filled.
Okay, and then we'll move our stops to break even, and just kind of let it run from there. So what's up? What do you have me? Pizza, chicken, burritos. Oof. And we're displacing those H4 lows. Jeez, I mean, if we were to hit, I don't know. It's really tough to see what we're gonna do with these H4 lows. Oof, because we might get a rejection at these H4 lows. I don't know. Just really want to wait and see what we can do. Yeah, because we might get that sweep back up off those H4 lows. Honestly, I should probably just secure my profit, but I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm not trading on funded accounts right now. I'm mainly just looking for big move, because I'm trying to get more funded accounts. I just want to build consistency because I've been over trading a little bit and hitting max loss limits, and I don't want to continue to do that. So, but we'll see how we're looking as we get this M5, M15 close in 3 minutes. If we start to invert and move our way back up, or if we continue pushing below and displacing those H4 lows. Because we might, and if we displace those H4 lows, we might just have to take it all the way down to PDL, honestly, because we need to close below 4701. So if we can get that, then we'd be looking good to push, to continue pushing lower. So we'll see kind of what we do there, because it looks like we might be kind of starting to push up again. But this is our final trade anyways. So we'll see. Because we still have 2 minutes, so we could begin to reject, but honestly, I really want to see a CISD up here for this to be invalidated, but I don't know. We'll see what we do here. Because even M15, I mean, is still super bearish because we're still pushing pretty low. You know, we're still printing down. Let's see if we'd have to do like few more points lower and we'll get that. Oh yeah, because we're gonna be yeah, we want to get a little bit lower before we. Bro, I know, pretty insane, right? Profitable on the day. I mean, at PDL, we'd be, where would we be sitting at PDL if we were to hit it tonight at some point? 4659. Four, 659. It doesn't look like we're gonna get that confirmation, at least on this H15. But I mean, we're right there. But if we, because the hourly's kind of been already officially invalidated. 4659. 4659. So let's see, if we did 4660, we'd be at 982 would be our 982 would be our target. That's what we'd be up. So we'd be up about 1,000, which is pretty good. It's pretty good, but I just want to see what we're doing here. What's M5 giving us? Are we pushing up or are we not? Looks like we might be. Because where's that H4 low? I just want to get that marked out. So I got my stops at entry, so we would only be up like just a few dollars. But I mean, it's what do you eat? Pizza. Pizza. Can't be eating pizza, dude. Can't be eating pizza. Okay, we're starting to print to the upside. We want to see a rejection though. If that would be kind of what we want to see from there. But I mean, yeah, looks like we might have begun the reversal back up. This might be a good opportunity to catch something, depending on how if we continue printing up. It's just so much movement. But we'd really have to get that CISD for me to even think about anything. But then that would at least send us back up to the hourly highs, which would be at 47.30. So not even a crazy move, but oh yeah, we're pushing up pretty good. Yeah, I think sweeping those. Oh, I think sweeping those. Maybe we'll see. Maybe I was a bit greedy. Nothing. Maybe I was a bit greedy and I should have just taken profit. But we'll see how it plays out. Because, I mean, even still, we're only 40. We want to hit 47.01 and we would displace those H4 lows. If we can get a close at 47.01 or below, we would be displacing those H4 lows. So we got about a minute, and we'll see if we can get some displacement, because we failed to displace here. But if we can end up getting that displacement, then we might be able to get a good push lower. But we'll see. We'll see. Which one? Do 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 do. H4. Let's see. Super close to displacing those H4 lows. And let's see, will we do it though? Will we do it? Okay, we did not. But now we're pushing. Might have just opened the floodgates. Forever. Done working forever. Yeah, there's a reason. What? We're waiting like a month, dude. Waiting like a month. You're just not working for fun. What? To wait like a month. So then you're like, let me take off work. That makes sense. Oh, what? Oof, we're... Oh! paid. You just farted? Ooh, oh wait, nah, I mean, nah. But if we do get a close at this level, 46.94, that'd be pretty strong. Dun, 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 dun. So I was talking to Jaden today, and he said, like, I was talking to Jaden, and he was saying that, I think rent for his penthouse. Well, I don't know if it's a penthouse. I guess it's like his Miami apartment. It's in one of the high-rise complexes, I guess. But he was saying his rent is like, so he said it was like a max payout with the biggest account, and that is max payout. Oh, so yeah, it's like 5K a month for rent, I guess. His rent is like 5K a month. It's a lot, huh? I don't know. We might. At 8 o'clock, so we've got a good trade. Our stops are break even, so now we're pretty much playing with house money. If we get to 300, I may just trim one more and then let the other one run to see what we end up doing at the 8 o'clock. Because usually at 8 o'clock, we do get a good amount of volatility at that 8 o'clock hour. So I might trim one contract, keep our stops at break even, and then just kind of let it ride, targeting these previous daily lows. See, we'd still be up a decent bit, so I guess, yeah, I'll put a limit on that one. Yeah, if we can get to 300, I'll probably buy one and see what we can do. I'll let it ride, see what we're doing, because we got close to getting clipped out here, but we continued lower. I don't have any viewers, man. Just kidding, I don't care about that, but no, you're not. It says I have 0. Dude, it says I have 0. No, if you might join right now, but nobody's in it right now. Don't lie to me, dude. Don't lie to me, dude. Kneecap. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Mm-hmm. Took 2 shorts from a I guess 6 o'clock. Each one candle displacement So I closed initial, but it kept pushing. T1 entry. Uh-huh. 14. Entered in on. 4710. Point 7. Exit. 4713. Close. Reversal. Size 2 micro. Minus $60. T2 entry. Entry. Got 47. 4709.3. Point 3. Exit. Taken. Goes purely off bearish continuation slash okay, what are we looking like her? Okay, so took it purely off bearish continuation and confirmed displacement. Okay, perfect. And then this one here. Oh, wait. What's M5 looking like? if you just had the whole gang walk you down? Yeah, you could do that, I guess. We just walk down together. Enter in like some friggin' pimps. Enter in like some pimps. First trim. First trim. Oof. I mean, freaking nerd. Like, what are you gonna do, buddy? We got 10 minutes till this 8 o'clock open. Or not open, but this hourly. This new hourly. Dude, nobody's watching, so who would I be tricking? Unless you just got back on. Nobody, I don't, like, the thing is, I don't make these videos for people to watch. I make it for me to watch. Like, that's the point, is like, I'm not doing this to get anything, like, or get viewers, really. I'm just doing it so that I can rewatch my film, so I can get better. Exit 47.1.4. 0.4. 302. I'm gonna probably let it play out until we get pretty close to this this new hourly open, or this the top of this next hour, and then at that point I'll probably trim my another contract so I can secure the 150 plus, because for my fundeds, that's all I need. So that's really what I'm going to be looking for. And then I'll just let that one runner run, targeting those PDL, and see what we can do with that. And then I'll take my, 150, 160 plus. So, but it looks like we may be continuing lower here, so we may get a little bit more off of it. But as we get closer to that 8 o'clock hour, I'll probably take a trim, and we will see what we can get out of it. But we'll see if we get something crazy. See if I can show it in this here. $320. How are we looking on M5? Pretty solid. Still printing bearish. I mean, oh my gosh, I don't know when that was, but from 1800, so that's what, 6 o'clock? From 6 o'clock to now, almost 8 o'clock, it's just printing bearish. Wow, just wow. Absolutely printing bearish, since for 2 hours just printing. I mean, it would be nice if we could get up to 400 before we trim that our second contract. So I know yesterday I was really trying to keep size. Limit trades. Wait. Okay, we got about 5 minutes. We'll see what we do from now till then, and we'll take that second contract off. And then we'll just let that run and run. Hopefully we can hit those previous daily lows. But I mean, essentially on a couple of these accounts, because I just pretty much full tilted yesterday. Like you can see here, my balance is negative 980 on these funded. That's why I didn't trade them. Negative 1,026. This one I've got $79, but I think if I hit that, then I think the account gets blown. So, because I took a payout out of it, but on these, 3 of these are fresh, so we'll be making good progress. But mainly, obviously I want to get them to be funded, so I have a bunch of funded accounts. But with these, this time, I just reinvested all of the money that I had made off of that one payout, and then just I want to really adopt good habits with these, and not necessarily try and size up so much right away. I just want to practice patience, and I want to wait for the quality setups to appear, and then once I get that kind of dialed in, then I'll be fine with swapping back over to my fundeds, just so that I can maintain that, because all I need is $150 a day. I'm getting $150 a day 5 times minimum. Off 5 accounts, you're getting pretty good payouts. So off that one account, I made $450 was what hit my account. So if you're able to do that off of 5, obviously that's what, 9, 18, 20, 22.50. So if I could do that somewhat consistently, that would be a pretty good amount of extra money. And these are only 50Ks. I mean, if I were to once I make more money, then I can actually buy bigger accounts, and then you can kind of afford to take some higher risk. But we're getting close to that 8 o'clock, so we're going to be closing out our second contract, securing some profit, and then just kind of seeing how the volatility goes once we get that new hour. Because yes, I know yesterday on stream was rough. It was rough. What are you doing, Randy? What are you watching? What do you mean? Don't watch my videos. I don't want to listen to my own videos. That's pretty cool, man. Ben's still watching the stuff. Okay. What do you mean? What am I talking about? I can hear myself, but I wasn't talking. No, I could hear myself. Okay, so right here at 3:08, we're gonna.
Order filled.
Okay. Oh wait. What? Okay. Well, what the heck? What do I do now? Well, shoot. I don't really know what's... That's... Okay, well, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That you hit 8 o'clock and it just... Sometimes it absolutely dumps. It's insane. Because, I mean, even right now, if we were to take this, we hit here, so we were at 4687. 4687 off of that one. See, we might get clipped here. I don't know, we'll see. 4687. We would have made about an extra 200 off that one. But yeah, usually, I mean, it might have just been a liquidity grab there, and then now we're gonna push back to the upside. But it's really hard to say. If we get pretty close, I might just close out of it. Cause yeah, that might have just been a liquidity grab, and then we're gonna ultimately end up pushing back up. But we did get this H4 displacement by a good margin, so that's a good sign. We displaced it pretty well on M1 or H1. We'd be looking for a pretty big fair value gap. We've got the CISD confirmation here at the previous hour, so we could be good to push lower still, but it's really going to end up, we're going to have to wait and see what we get, the market gives us. Because even still, we had that volatility right when we opened. That could have been a liquidity grab. We might be poised to push higher now. But I think I'm going to just hop off and let my one runner run. And if we get stopped at entry, we'll still be up over 150. And that's really what I'm looking for the day. So that's the end of the stream.